everyone. Welcome back to my Friday night Terminator show. Gonna try and get a few issues done tonight. We'll see how the time goes. But before we get on to all of that, let's introduce my guest with me tonight and co-host. So the first we've got Mark.
Hello, thank you for having me on, Horlicks. I'm looking forward to tonight's build. Hope it's an epic one again.
Yeah, lovely. No, pleasure's all mine. Thank you very much for helping.
Okay.
And then obviously we've got Build with Adrian, our technical engineer, or whatever you want to call him. So how's everyone's day been?
Good. Yeah, really good.
Yeah,
not too bad.
Looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah, it's been really busy for me as well. I've been working, and I'm just going to chill out this weekend, hopefully.
Why not?
Probably won't happen. But
no, because your housemates will come down and say, Horlicks, you fancy going this place? You're like, oh, really?
Yeah, probably.
So it's just the way it happens.
So I suppose we better go through the comments. Do you want to do them?
I'll do them. So gold star to Dano Builds for the first comment tonight. Hello everyone.
Hi Dano.
Hi Dano.
And then we've got P40F20. Hi all. Will we have another marathon session? Watch this space.
Probably.
Hi P40F20.
We've got Yorkshire Crafter. Hello everyone.
Hi Julie.
Hi Julie.
We've got Christine Say. Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hi Christine.
We've got Geordie Dave. Hi everyone.
Hi Geordie.
Hi Geordie.
And we've got Fleetwood J. Hiya. How's everyone? Hope you're all well. Good luck with your build tonight, Horlicks.
Lovely. Thank you.
Hi Fleetwood.
Yeah, I've got those coming up, and obviously I released my little teaser trailer yesterday, which I'm sure everyone knows what it is, but quite excited for that to come through. I'm not sure how long it takes to come through, actually. Do you know what the model space shipping time normally is?
I say about 2 weeks sort of thing.
What I'm looking forward to is the pre-recorded videos you're going to do, because your R2D2 and your DeLorean ones are brilliant.
Yeah, I think
you were starting out back then as well, weren't you? So
it's cringy. I've watched my first issue I ever did, and it was just like, nah. But everyone starts like that.
Yeah, we all start somewhere.
And then you get better tech, and I've got a new camera coming as well. So I've got one the same as Penny's, so her new one. So I've got that coming tomorrow. So actually, we'll be able to test it on tomorrow's Routemaster show.
Brilliant.
So if the cable's long enough, because it's USB-C, I believe, rather than USB. So I haven't actually got an extension lead for that.
Right. You need a USB repeater.
Yeah, I've got a... Well, no, it's a C. You know, the little round one?
Yes.
And I'm going to have to buy what I think is an extension.
Right. Well, a C to USB?
No, just C to C.
Oh, have you got a C plug in the back?
Yeah, I've got one in the back of this, yeah.
Right, okay.
It's a new build. It's got the i9 processor in it.
Right, okay. The only thing I'd say is you definitely need to make sure you get a powered connection if possible.
Yeah.
So, because when I do the bus, you notice that camera's not 100% on it. Right. And the reason for that is it's on a USB repeater cable, but it's the furthest away from the computer. So that's why that quality is not good. And I'm using exactly the same camera at the moment on here, and it's a little bit better. So
right.
So
I mean, it could be. I'm hoping they're going to give you a long enough cable, so I shouldn't have to worry, because it's not going to be moved around. It's just going to go above me. So even if I trail the wire down the front while I'm using it, it'll be fine. But
okay,
we'll see what happens. But anyway, let's crack on with the build then.
Okay, so by the end of this, Horlicks should be sweating, because you moved the Terminator up and down so many times. It's unbelievable.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just here next to me.
This is why the arms got taken off.
Yeah. So we're starting with 51.
Yeah.
We finished off 50. Well, we actually did. What did we do last week? 41 to 50, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
You did 10 issues.
Yeah, I've got 10 issues lined up on the floor here. But again, we're going to see.
10 issues loaded up on my computer, so it looks like we're doing 10 issues tonight.
But we'll see how the time goes. You know, we could have some issues or something could take longer. So we'll just play it by ear.
Right. Okay, so issue 51 is fitting details to the pelvis. We affix the pelvic shield to the pelvis and attach a hip socket to the existing assembly.
Right. So autofocus is on. Not sure whether it's going to work. If it starts becoming a pain, I'll have to quickly pause and open the software. So let's go.
Okay, so part 51. So I'm just going to do part 1 is pelvic plate.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I'll simplify as much as I can for you tonight. Yeah.
That's that. And that's plastic.
Yeah. Part 2 is hip socket.
Which is this piece here, again, plastic.
Okay, and then part 3 is muscle connection.
Ah. And that's this here.
Okay. It says you will also need tweezers optional, complete assembly from issue 50, super glue and a cocktail stick.
Right, okay, I've got a second-hand cocktail stick. I've just I've just bought some actually, just before the stream. Sorry, I am loading the camera software up because it's just blurring in and out, and it's.
I tend to use my cocktail sticks until there really is nothing you can do with them anymore, because when you use a new cocktail stick, it soaks up the glue.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Okay, so step 1 is take the assembly from issue 50 and identify the 2 holes in the pelvic shields and where the plate will fit. Circled.
Okay.
Sure.
So maybe it's a better view if I sort of come down there, maybe. We'll try that.
So step 2 is fit the pelvic plate in place so that the 2 pegs on the lower edge fit into the holes identified in step 1.
Okay, so yeah, you've got the 2 holes down here.
Yeah.
And this will go.
Now, I glued mine in Horlicks, but that's because the push-fit connection is just rubbish.
Okay, let's have a. Right, that's what it'll look like. But yeah, it just comes straight out.
It's rubbish, yeah.
Okay, so I'll grab some glue then.
In the X-Wing, if it says it's a push-fit connection, trust me, it's a push-fit connection. In the Terminator, if it tells you it's a push-fit connection, no, it's not.
Right, yeah. Did you opt to glue yours in as well, Adrian?
No, I think I just pushed my one in.
Oh, we've got Bexac late. Hi, everyone. All is well.
Hiya. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so Put a little bit of glue on there. I'm going to push that back in.
Excuse me. There we go.
Okay, that's clicked into place.
And step 3 is just says this shows the pelvic plate fitted in place so that the top edge is flush with the inner edge of the pelvic shields. Okay, so step 4 is apply a little super glue to the inner recess of the hip socket.
Okay. Right, let's move this again.
Do you want to test fit it first so you know roughly how it goes?
Might be a good idea. I'm just trying to adjust this light so it's not too much. Just see. Okay, yeah. So we'll test fit it first.
So it goes underneath the hip.
Let's see.
Yeah. If you look at step 5, yeah, there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You can roughly, right, okay, that's how it roughly goes on. No point putting glue on it. Then you're trying to figure around, try and get it in place.
Technical problems. I'm just trying to get the light right. Right, okay, so that has gone on nice. So I'm going to put some glue on there then. Okay.
Okay. And then it says in step 5, identify the fixing point for the hip socket. It fits over the 2 pegs that protrude from the right pelvic plate, circled. And then step 6 is fit the hip socket over the raised part of the pelvic griddle so that the pegs fit into the holes.
Okay.
Okay. And then step 7 is this shows the hip socket in place. And that's stage complete. Details have been added to the pelvis. The muscle connection will be used in a future issue, so store it safely.
Oh, okay. Right.
So that leads us on to 52.
So I'll keep that up there because I expect we'll need that very soon.
Assembling a muscle and fit another pelvic plate.
Okay.
Okay, so description says, ready one of the connective muscles that will attach the pelvis to the chest and seal the pelvic unit with a larger pelvic plate.
Okay. So 52.
Bex Atlet says, what's the next model are you going to do?
I did I actually uploaded a video yesterday. Coming soon. So I'll let you, well, if you feel like it, give it a watch and you'll soon get it.
Okay, Horlicks. So list of parts. Part 1 is pelvic plate.
Okay, so that is this piece here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And again, that's plastic.
Part 2 is outer muscle. Yep. Part 3 is inner muscle. Yep. And part 4 is muscle cap. And it says you'll also need tweezers, complete assembly from issue 51, muscle connection, and super glue and a cocktail stick.
Okay.
Okay. So step 1, fit the inner muscle into the outer muscle, inserting it through the wider end of the part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then step 2, pull the inner muscle through the outer muscle as shown, which you've just done. And then step 3 is apply a little super glue around the end of the muscle cap, just beneath the rim, blue shaded area. Slide it onto the inner muscle and down to the outer muscle. So I'd have a test fit first. Yeah.
Okay. Right, that's pretty straightforward. Okay, so that's on there.
Okay, so step 4, fix the muscle cap into the end of the outer muscle, just the rim of the part is visible. Just like that. Okay. Step 5, take the muscle connection supplied with the previous issue, apply a little super glue around the part just below the rim, blue shaded area, fix it in place in the open end of the outer muscle.
Okay, so that will go on that side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of glue in, isn't there?
Yeah, there seems to be with this model, but I don't mind a little bit of super glue.
No. It's a bit like electrical tape, isn't it?
Oh, God. We'd have to set up a Facebook group, Horlicks, for electrical tape lovers.
All things glue and electrical tape.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so step 7, take the complete assembly, which was last worked on in issue 51, and identify the 4 screw holes in the central framework circled.
Okay, so that's going to be onto there.
It is, yeah. Now again, Horlicks, I super glued mine into place. Okay, so step 8, identify the 4 smaller pegs on the back of the pelvic plate circled.
Okay. Yeah, the 4 outer ones.
Yeah. And then it just says fit the pelvic plate in place so that the pegs go into the sockets identified in step 7. This is a push fit connection.
Right, I'm doing this. So that goes in there. I think that's actually a really nice fit.
Oh,
I mean,
you can't get it off.
No.
No. Okay. And step 10 is this shows a pelvic plate in place. And guess what? That's stage complete. A muscle has been assembled and another plate has been fitted to the pelvis.
Oh, okay. Right.
And in next week's issue, fit more parts to the torso and pelvis.
Oh. Okay, so this goes somewhere safe. And then that's issue, 52 done. Wow.
Okay.
What's the time? 20 minutes. We've done 2 issues.
Yeah. Okay, so in this issue, 53, we are going to fix a connective muscle to the torso and complete the hip socket of the pelvis second hip connector.
Okay.
Adrian has disappeared.
Oh. How can the technical director have technical difficulties?
I know. Right, I'll put you on full screen. Unless he's having a problem. Yeah. Oh, he's back.
Oh, you're back. The technical director had a technical difficulty.
Yes, I was just saying the next month. Just
Oh. Okay. While Adrian gets the instructions back up, we'll do the parts check. Okay. 53-1. Oh, no, sorry. Part 1, leg joint section.
Okay, so that would be this part.
Yeah. Ah, there we go. We've got the parts up. Okay. Part 2, hip socket.
Okay.
Yeah. Part 3 is inner side muscle.
That's already on the Terminator.
I've already did that with the mod a few weeks ago.
Yes, you did. Sorry. Yeah. And part 4 is muscle connection.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. It says you will also need tweezers, complete assembly from issue 52, super glue, and a cocktail stick.
What?
Yeah. Okay, so we've already done step 1, but I'll read it out. Fit the inner side muscle into the shaft of the thoracic side muscle. And then step 2 is push the inner side muscle in as far as it will go. It's not fixed at this point, so handle the assembly with care. So step 3 is what we need is apply a little super glue to the inner recesses of the hip socket.
Okay, so I'm going to do a little test fit.
Yeah.
We know where that's going to end up. Yeah, that's fine.
So, and that is step 4. You have identified the 2 pegs on the left side of the pelvis circle where the hip socket will be fitted.
Okay.
And then step 5, fix the hip socket in place on the side of the pelvis so that the pegs on the pelvis go into the recesses in the socket.
Okay, yeah.
Step 6 is this shows the hip sockets in place.
Yeah.
And then again, that's stage complete. An inner muscle has been fitted into the shaft and the torso, and the second hip socket has been fitted to the side of the pelvis. The other parts will be used in a future issue. And in the next issue, we are assembling a muscle and attach the side muscles.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's been a record of an issue, that one.
Well, you got to think about it. You already did the first few steps when you did the mod.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So those of you that may not have seen it,
yeah.
Can you remember what issue it was, Adrian?
You done it back in the previous issue because But when you're no, I think you took those apart, didn't you?
Yeah, because I bought the mods, and then we decided to take these parts out from the.
Before we put the thoracic cage on, didn't we?
Yeah. Otherwise.
Yeah, you did the mod before we screwed down the thoracic cage.
Yeah. Otherwise, to do the mod, I would have had to have taken all this apart to get this out to then do the mod.
Yeah.
So we decided to do it at the same time. So.
Okay. So part 54, you've done some of it as well.
Okay.
When doing the mod.
Yeah.
P40F20 says the technical director has the difficulties, so you don't have to.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that though. Okie doke. So 54.
It's a bit like Penny's computer on Wednesday. I come in and she gets technical difficulties. Must be me.
Yeah.
Okay, so part 1 is leg joint section.
Okay, that's this part.
Yeah. Part 2 is outer muscle. Yep.
Yes.
Part 3 is inner muscle. Yep. Part 4 is muscle cap. And then part 5 would be inner side muscle, but you've already done that.
Yeah.
You'll also need tweezers optional, the muscle connection, and super glue and a cocktail stick.
Okay.
Okay, so step 1 is fit the inner muscle into the outer muscle, inserting it through the wider end of the part. Okay, and then pull the inner muscle through the outer muscle as shown, which you've just done. Then step 3, apply a little super glue around the end of the muscle cap, just beneath the rim, blue shaded area, slide it onto the inner muscle and down the outer muscle.
Okay, that fits nicely. Okay.
Okay, and step 4 is fit the muscle cap into the end of the outer muscle, just the rim of the part is visible. Okay, step 5 is take the muscle connection supplied with the previous issue, apply a little super glue around the part just below the rim, blue shaded area, fix it in place in the open end of the outer muscle, but obviously do a test fit first.
Yeah, that's a nice fit. Okay. Quite a lot of glue on this stick. I needed. Okay, I'm going to pop that in there. Okay.
Okay, and step 6 is just this shows the muscle assembled. And I've no point reading out 7 and 8 because I've read them out in the previous issue. But what it does tell you in step 9 is fit the inner side muscles into the socket. The ball on the end needs to be pushed firmly in place. Do not use any super glue. And then step 10 would be similarly fit the inner side muscle into the socket, push firmly in place, and do not use any super glue.
Okay, so yeah, I did them already on the last show because I realised that they were going to go in there, and
yeah.
So yeah,
that's when we figured out we had a terrible wobble.
Yes.
Okay, that stage complete. Another muscle has been assembled, and the side muscles on the torso have been attached to the pelvis. The other parts will be used in a future issue.
Okay.
And the next one is fit hip parts to the top of the right thigh.
Ooh.
So
I've been excited about this one actually because all I can see is a brown box.
Yeah. So 55. Fitting a joint mechanism to the right thigh.
Okay.
And list of pieces or parts. Yeah. Oh.
Ah. Out of this bag. Okay.
Okay. So part 1 is right thigh. That's it.
Oh, that's a nice big piece there.
Yeah. And then part 2 is 5 M2 nuts, 1 spare.
Okay. Oh, I need to get my screws out. Okay, so I'll keep those nuts in there and I'll put one away. Okay.
Okay. So step 1 is take the 2 leg joint parts from the previous issues. Okay. Step 2, fit the joint section around joint section in the orientation shown. This is best done by hand so that you can open the part slightly. We have used tweezers to show the shapes correctly.
Okay, so that's that way, and it looks like that will be that way.
Yes.
Because of this gap.
Yeah.
And then that should fit on there like so.
Right. And step 3, push the 2 parts firmly together so that they click in place. The indents and raised sections around the edge of the part fit into place between the raised sections and indents on the rim of the part as shown here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, mine fell apart later, so I end up gluing mine.
Oh, what? This outer bit on?
Yes. If you want to glue some bit of tags and basing together.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So let's do that. So where would you glue it? I suppose anywhere in here. I can put a bit around here, a bit on the pegs.
Well, it's your choice where you want to put a bit of glue.
Okay, let's do it. So I've just put a bit, smearing it just a bit around there. I've put some on the pegs. Okay.
Okay. So step 4 is take the right thigh part one at a time. Apply a little super glue in the hexagonal recesses in the hip end of the thigh.
Okay.
Basically, you end up gluing some nuts in.
Okay, so they should be okay then. One at a time. I mean, I don't know what they mean by that, because you're not going to do all 4 at once, surely. Like,
Not true.
Well, it's probably the next step. Probably says you put the nuts in. So I'd probably put big glue in one hole, put the nut in.
oh, I see. Yeah, I suppose you can do that. To a recess fit M2 nut. Well, okay, we'll do that then.
So yeah, step 5 is after applying glue to a recess, fit an M2 nut in place. It is very important that the nuts sit flat in the recesses. Yeah, this is when you think the wrong time for the nuts not to go in right.
Do you want quickly to get a bolt out one of the screw sets, basically, so you can screw it onto the nut, basically, so you push it in. You can definitely make sure it's flat.
Does it go all the way to the bottom? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's.
Oh.
Yeah, you need. It's only a couple mil down, basically. Then go all the way through. Because a long screw goes into that hole, either way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's a good idea about a bolt. Actually, I forgot about that. Let's Is that too big? Yeah, that's too big. 2 by 16. Okay, we'll try that then. So, I'll load a nut on there. Sorry if you can't see. I'm hoping it'll be better quality tomorrow. Okay, 2. Oh. No. Oh. That one went straight in with no bother at all. Okay.
Okay. So step 6, with all 4 M2 nuts in place, take the joint assembly and lay it on the work surface as shown.
Okay.
Okay. So step 7, fit the joint onto the top of the thigh so that the screw holes in the part are aligned with the nuts in the other part.
Okay.
Okay. And that's stage complete. A joint has been fitted to the top of the left thigh.
Same again. You might want to put a bit of glue on that section there as well.
I want to hold this on.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, actually, I remember now. Is this one of the bits that went a bit loose on your one?
Yes.
I didn't have any issues actually with it.
Somehow, I noticed on Facebook they actually mentioned about that coming apart.
Right.
Well, Mark, you're suggesting, well, where they're saying push fit, you're actually saying, oh, gluing it.
Mm.
And this, all the other ones which you probably said to glue, I've had no problems with.
Yeah.
This one you have not mentioned about gluing, which I had problems with.
Yeah, it's ironic that, isn't it?
Yes. You never know. They might have more than one tool, and of course, one could be a fraction out, and of course, the bits I had problem with is this one which is fraction out. The ones you had problems with is fraction out.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bit like the Routemaster, isn't it? A lot of people have problems with the framework and the plastic bit, but I didn't have any issues with it.
Yes.
So,
like Horlicks is when you put the top deck down.
yeah.
Other people had problems. Basically, Horlicks just almost gone and just sit on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Russ.
Okay, so in next week's issue, we assemble the right hip joint, which, funnily enough, is coming up next.
Okay. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? These. So we're on 55. So this was the plan to possibly do 5, and we've been going 43 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, so 56 is assembling the right hip joint. Connect the right thigh to the pelvis using the joint and casings supplied.
Okay.
Okay, so your first part 1, is hip joint.
Oh, wow. It's metal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Part 2 is inner casing for hip joint. Yep.
That's correct.
Part 3 is outer casing for hip joint. Yep. Part 4 is domed cap for hip joint.
Wow. Metal.
Yes.
Part 5 is outer cap for hip joint.
Again, nice metal piece.
Yep. Part 6 is 5 PM 2x 18mm screws.
Okay.
And part 7 is 2x PM 3x 8mm screws. It says you will also need tweezers, optional, the thigh assembly and model assembly from previous issue, and a crosshead screwdriver.
Okay. I definitely need to find my labeler at some point because I've got new new screws here now.
Mm.
The biggest I've got is 216.
Bloody hell.
So these are 218 now.
Yeah. that's true.
Yes.
Oh, well, I can use these things I got today. So PM.
PM 2 times 18 millimeters.
PM 2. Oh, I haven't got a pen that works on this plastic. Okay, so we've got one spare of them and PM 38, which I've already got. That's fine, okay.
Okay, so step 1 is take the thigh assembly from issue 55 and place it in the orientation shown. Fit the inner hip casing into the opening for the hip joint. The flat surface of the part is upwards as shown.
Okay, so this will go in.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it says ensure that the recesses in the part fit around the screw sockets inside the joint.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. Step 2, fit the hip joint inside the joint opening so that it sits in the inner joint casing.
Like that.
Yeah. Step 3, take the model assembly from issue 54 and identify the hip socket.
Right, let me move some of this stuff out of the way. Yeah, which is here.
Yeah. Okay. So fit the stem of the hip joint into the hip socket. Note that there are 2 notches on the hip socket that have to be fitted over the raised bars inside the hip socket. See arrow inset. Take time to ensure that these notches are properly engaged.
I see, yeah. There's 2.
Yeah.
Which are going to fit. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Step 5. Take part 56-1 in place with a PM 3 times 8 millimeter screw. At this stage, the joint will be quite loose. Ensure the screw is fully tightened.
Okay, so screw.
There are at least about 5 screws that to go back to that screw to test it if it's tight enough.
Okay.
Okay. So step 6, fit the outer hip casing over the ball on the hip joint so that the notches round the edge of the part fit around the raised screw sockets on the inside of the hip joint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Step 7, fit the metal domed hip joint cap over the casing. Align the notches in the part fit around the raised screw sockets? Yeah. Okay, step 8. Take the outer cap for the hip joint and note that there are slightly raised parts on either side of the screw holes. These will fit around the raised screw sockets on the inside of the hip joint as indicated by the arrows. For the next step, you will need 4 PM 2 times 18mm screws.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay, step 9. Fit the outer cap over the part so that the screw holes are aligned, fixed in place with 4 PM 2 times 18mm screws.
So this is where we're screwing through those nuts that we glued in earlier.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'll be gentle with these because I don't want them popping out.
Should be okay. The glue should have dried by now. Imagine doing this build with an Oria screwdriver set.
It wouldn't fit in those holes. Okay, so I'm just going to lay this on the table while I tighten them up fully.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay. And that is stage complete. The right thigh has been attached to the pelvis. The hip joint will become tighter in the next issue.
Okay.
Okay. And in the next issue, we finish the right hip joint and assemble a leg part.
Wow. Steaming through these, aren't we?
Yeah. So 57, we cap off the right thigh joint with a covering plate and begin a new element of the leg.
Ooh. Right. Let me move Mr. Man out of the way. God, I just realised we put that on. Now I really haven't got anywhere to stand it. I can't even balance him up there now. Every week I can't put him where I had him. He's like, it's like what is it? The secret elf or whatever it is, and it ends up in all sorts of places.
You can always move his leg up and try and sit him on.
Yeah.
That's what I've got with mine.
Okay.
Okay.
57.
57. Okay, so part 1 is hip plate. Yep.
And that's plastic.
Mm-hmm. Part 2 is right leg part. Yep.
Plastic.
Part 3 is right leg part inset.
Okie doke. Yep, another plastic piece.
Yep. And then part 4 is 2 times PM 3 times 12mm Allen screws, 1 spare. So you might need to get your Oreo Horlicks.
Okay. I have actually got the Allen key that came with it, but it's in the bottom
right.
there. But I'm going to use the Oreo because you get a better grip on it.
Yeah.
Actually, it's already got an Allen key in it for my last project. Well, too small. Bear with. I'm not sure where it is. Oh, it's on the somewhere there. So that goes in there. That goes back in the electric screwdriver. That I will have to find later because oh no, there it is. Oh, dropped it, trying to sort things out. Right, that's that. What are we doing? Oh yeah, I think it's that one. Okay.
Okay. So step 1 is lay the model on your work surface as shown so that you can access the hip joint and hip cap.
Right. This is where it's suddenly getting awkward to find space for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, step 2. Take the hip plate and the Allen screw. Note that there are 4 pegs on the inside of the part. These will fit into the 4 sockets in the hip cap. Yeah, so we're just making it pretty. Okay. Step 3 is position the hip cap over the hip joint opening so that the pegs located in the holes in the part. Fit the 3 times 12mm Allen screw into the hole and tighten it with an Allen key. Little warning, do not over tighten. There should be some movement in the joint. The thigh section can move backwards and forwards as if walking and also move out to the side. Okay. So basically what's happening now, it'll become tighter because you're compressing them rubber bits inside.
Oh, okay. So that screw is not flush. Is that normal? It's just sticking out.
That's roughly normal.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't want to go too mad with that. Okay, that's not all. That's
Okay.
not bad. And I see what you mean now. That bit that I glued has now become loose again.
Right.
What you might have to do after the stream, Horlicks, is
Cocktail stick down there.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to loosen that a bit actually because it is quite tight.
We've got Dano Builds. Says, so how far are you behind?
The build's finished actually, isn't it?
For the Terminator, no.
No.
No? I'm sure
No.
I've seen a completed one.
Yeah, World of Wayne got a sample.
Right.
But it's actually not a completed one because it's completely made out of plastic, the one he got to see. When ours has got metal parts on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So step 4 then, take the leg part and the insert.
Okay, it's that and that.
And step 5, fit the insert into the open end of the part. It's a tight fit, so no glue is needed.
Yeah, that is tight. Okay.
Okay. And that stage complete. A plate has been fitted to the outside of the right hip and the leg part has been assembled. And the next part next week is fit more parts to the right thigh.
Okay.
And would you believe it? We're doing that now.
Wow. I think we're going to get another 10 issues done.
Well, we're on 58 now, so...
$58. There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so part 1 is right leg plate. Yeah.
Okay.
Part 2 is 2 PM 3 times 60mm spare. 60mm screw, 1 spare, sorry.
$3.16, 1 spare. Yeah, I've got some of them as well.
And then part 3 is 4 times PB, 2 times 4mm screws, 1 spare.
Okay.
Okay. So step 1 is lay the model on your work surface as shown so that you can access the outer face of the right thigh. Position the leg plate in front of the model assembly in the orientation shown. The arrows indicate how the leg plate fits into the thigh.
Okay. So we're working on this bit.
Yeah.
In here.
That's correct, yeah.
See if that's any good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then step 2 is fit the leg plate into the recessed area in the thigh.
Oh, yeah.
Now, it doesn't say anything about gluing it.
Okay.
Right, so step 3, holding the leg plate in place, access the inside of the thigh. This may involve very carefully rolling the model assembly onto its side. Here we are viewing the assembly from above. That's why we screw it in.
Okay.
Okay, step 4. The part is fixed from this side of the thigh. Identify the 3 small screw holes in the part circled in blue and fix the part in place using 3 PB 2x4mm screws.
Right. Okay. So we've got one I can see straight away, which is down there. Right. This is where you need a helper. Oh.
I think I had clamps on mine to hold it in position.
Okay, and then the other 2's here, one there and one there.
Yes.
Come on.
Excuse me.
2. Okay.
Okay, step 5 then. The loop on the leg part is attached to the thigh using a PM 3x60mm screw. Align the loop with the screw socket in the part circled in blue. So yeah, that's correct. Okay. Step 6, taking care not to over tighten, secure the leg part in place with the PM 3x60mm screw as shown. The inset picture shows the assembly viewed from the other side, so you may find it easier to access the screw sockets from this angle.
Okay. So how much play did you have? Quite a bit?
Yeah, I had quite a bit.
Because that's quite tight, so I don't want to push that anymore.
Yeah. Okay, and that is stage complete. A plate has been fitted to the outside of the right thigh and a leg part has been attached.
Okay.
And in next week's issue, we assemble part of the lower limb. Now, I believe this is where you're going to need your mods into, Adrian.
No, not yet.
No, not yet. Sorry. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself.
You need it when you start doing the lower shin.
Yes. Okay, so we're on to issue 59.
Brilliant.
So a muscle for the right thigh, assemble and attach one of the thigh muscles and prepare a tendon for future attachment.
Ooh. I've got this Allen key. I can't remember what screw it was. That was in issue 57, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
312 Allen. Oh, I'll just stick it in with the 312 PM. Okay. Right, so 59.1 is this part here, and
Yeah.
this is metal.
Okay, so yeah, part 1 is right leg joint.
Mm-hmm.
Part 2 is tendon for right leg. Yeah.
Yes.
Part 3 is ring for tendon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Part 4 is center part for joint. Yeah. Part 5 is 2 times PWM times 5mm screws, 1 spare.
PWM.
Yeah. They are the black ones. They've got like a flange on them.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. And then 59.6 is 2 times PM, 3 times 16mm screws, 1 spare.
$3.16.
P40F20 says, at this rate, the Terminator will be up and dancing at no time at all.
Yeah. It's getting very big, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, step 1, take the centre part for the joint. Note that it has 3 raised studs which will fit into the recess in part 1.
Okay. So, yeah. 3 stubs.
And step 2 is take part 1 and use a cocktail stick to apply a little super glue into the 3 circular recesses circled.
Okay.
Near the top, by the way.
2. 3. Okay.
Step 3, fit the part over the central shaft of the part and fix in place, ensuring that the studs are in the recesses. The centre of the joint is not able to rotate around the shaft when it is correctly positioned. Bex Atlet says, how many issues to go? We've got this one and 60, haven't we, to do?
Yeah, 60. So then 40, 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Step 4, take the tendon and the tendon ring. Note that one side of the part has a wider recess than the other side.
Yes.
Okay. Step 5, fit the end of the part with the wider recess over the end of the tendon. Fix in place with a PWB 2 times 5mm screw. The flange on the screw fits into the smaller recesses in the part.
Actually, to be honest, it doesn't.
No. I was just looking at that thinking, that ain't going to fit in there.
all I've done is they improved the screw, stop the rubber bit coming off the screw.
Yeah, that's right. Because when we first did these, the rubber kept coming off, and I had to try and rescue it out the middle of the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, step 6. Take the thigh muscle assembled in issue 52. Note that it is marked with a 1 circled. I don't think it doesn't matter. I know people. I remember the controversy behind this. It was so funny. Okay. So
yeah, some people got 1s and 2s. Some people just got 1s.
Yeah.
And probably other people got 2s and 2s, sort of thing.
I remember it. People went nuts, didn't they, thinking they were sent the wrong parts. Okay, Horlicks. So take the assembly from issue 58 and identify the fixing point for the muscle near the centre of the pelvis circled. Note that the model assembly is lying face upwards at this stage.
Okay. Come on, Mr. Man. Back on the operating table. Oh. Okay, so.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so step 8 is fit the muscle connection in place as shown. Note that the straighter side of the connection arrow goes toward the center of the model. Fix in place with a PM 3x 16mm screw.
Okay.
Now that it is going to be loose like that, Horlicks.
Okay. Obviously, that's plastic I'm going into, so
yes,
I'm not going to go much harder than that because I just had a little crack, but it wasn't a bad crack. I think it was glue shifting where I glued this in.
Yeah.
And it was, yeah. Okay.
Okay, and that is stage complete. A right muscle has been attached to the pelvis and further right leg parts have been assembled. And the next one, we are assembling more muscles for the right leg. Okay. Fleetwood J says, you'll have a degree in Terminator surgery soon, LOL.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll pop him down.
Okay, so in issue 60, we attach 2 tendon joints and connect them to the inner thigh.
Well, I'm going to stick that PWM screw in the miscellaneous box as well because I don't think I'm going to need them.
Well, you'll end up with a lot more of those sort of things.
Yeah, I will. I need to sort that out.
Yeah.
I keep meaning to dig out the labeler.
Bex Atlet says, Mark, I'm still having problems with the clips on the wires on my R2D2. You just slot them in, don't you? Them clips on the R2D2.
Oh, what? The ones that label the wires?
Yeah. I'm sure that's what we're on about.
Yeah, they just slip on, should they?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the only thing you can do is you've got video, have you, Mark, of them, or did you do that before?
That was before I came to YouTube, but you've got the videos, haven't you, Horlicks?
Yeah. So if you look at the issue that you're struggling with, I've got a video on my channel. It may help you to watch that or skip to the bit you need and
Yeah.
see how I did it. I mean, it's been a long time since I've done that build, so, but I have got video, I've got content on it. So if it helps, yeah, check out my, I've got a playlist for the R2D2. So have a look at the issue you need, and then see, you'll be able to see me doing it, and see if that helps you or not.
Okay. Okay, Horlicks. So your first part 1 is right leg joint.
Okay, so there we go, and that's metal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Part 2 is tendon for right leg.
Just adjusting the focus because it's gone out of blur. There we go. Okay, that's there.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Part 3 is ring for tendon. And then tendon comes along. Part 4 is center part for joint.
Okay.
Yep. 5 is 2 M3 nuts, 1 spare.
Right. 2 M3 nuts, 1 spare. So, okay. I'll put that.
Yeah, they're just slightly bigger than the M2 nuts.
Nuts aren't magnetic for some reason. These tweezers are as much use as a chocolate teapot.
They're the ones I got you.
No, these are my old ones. The ones you got me, I think they're in the toolbox. I've got them about somewhere. But as you can see, one of the legs is broken.
Right.
So I keep trying to use them. I need to put them in the bin, really. I need to dig. Your ones are in the cupboard, I think. I need to dig them out. I need to have a good sort out. Right. So, nuts. I've got 1.
Yeah.
1 spare. Okay.
Okay. Part 6 is 2 PM 3 times 12mm screws.
Yes.
Part 7 is PM 3 times 16mm screws. 1 spare.
Yes.
And part 8 is 2 times PWB, 2 times 5mm screws, 1 spare.
PWB 2.
Them black ones.
Oh, I've already got one of these. No, it's PWB.
Yeah.
You put it in miscellaneous pot?
The other one was PWM, wasn't it? For metal. This one's PWB. And I've got one already, but it's in silver, but it's got a different thread. I wonder if that's a typo. I wonder if that should be PWM, because it looks like it's got a machine thread on it.
I had no issues with what I got.
No, it's fine. It's just to do with labelling, but I'm going to just stick it in with that one because it's obviously the same. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so step 1 is take the centre of the joint. Note that it has 3 raised studs which will be fitted into recesses in part 1.
Okay.
Take part 1 and use a cocktail stick to apply a little super glue into the 3 circular recesses.
Okay.
Okay. Step 3 is fit part 4 into place on part 1, ensuring that the pegs are in the recesses. The centre of the joint is not able to rotate when it is correctly positioned.
Which you can't.
No. Okay. Step 4, take the tendon and the tendon ring. Note that one side of the part has a wider recess than the other side.
Oh, yes.
Step 5, fit the end of the part with the wider recess over the end of the tendon. Fix in place with a PWB 2x5mm screw. The washer on the screw fits into the smaller recess in the part.
Same again, it does not.
No.
It fits over it. Like
Yeah.
it's a nice fit.
I think, didn't they change it, Adrian, to have that flange bit on it, and that's why it would say that it would fit in?
Yes, I think
they were normal screws before, weren't they? And you put them
Yeah.
in, the head would fit into the recess, but it was really easy to over tighten it. And if you did that a bit too tight, it would just ping off.
Yeah.
I think they made a rubber. If they made those as more plastic, more like a harder plastic rubbery, it would have been better.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, there's quite a lot to do in this. There's 16 stages in this issue.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. Oh. So step 6 is take an M3 nut and identify the hexagonal recess in the other end of the part.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Step 7, fit the M3 nut into the recess, ensuring that it is flat.
So there's no mention of glue.
No, but I would possibly put a bit of electrical tape over it, Horlicks.
Oh, goody. Right,
Yay.
where's that?
Your favourite stuff?
Oh. I think I put some electrical tape over mine.
I was waiting for that to come up. Okay.
Okay. Step 8 then is take the muscle assembly from issue 54. Note that it is marked with a 2 circled, but it really doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay. Step 9 is take the assembly from issue 59 and identify the fixing point for the muscle at the outside of the pelvis circled. Note that the model assembly is lying face downwards at this stage.
Oh. So. Oh, he's face down.
Okay.
Wrong way. He is now face down. Okay, so it's showing here, but the picture shows this already here.
Does
that make...
Yeah.
So...
Hang on. No, we said face down, not face up.
Oh, it was face... Oh, I thought it was.
It's at the back. Right.
Oh, here.
Yes, that's it.
Yes, that's it.
Okay. Okay, so step 10, position the muscle connection as shown. Note that the straighter side of the connection goes towards the center of the model. Arrow inset. Fix in place with a PM 3x12mm screw.
Does that...
Yeah. Hang on. Yeah, that looks correct, Horlicks.
Yeah. A PM 312.
Yeah.
Which is this one.
Yeah, it's the thicker one. Remember, the first number is the thickness of the screw. The second number is the length of the screw.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. Right. How are you supposed to screw that in then? Oh, of course, you can move his leg now, can't you?
Yeah.
Durr. Oh, come on. Okay. So, I'm not convinced that's right.
It's not a tight fit.
Is your screw head still hanging right out?
Yes. It's just basically an anchor point.
Yeah, it doesn't want to go in much more than that. So there's still movement there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, step 11, this shows the rear of the model with the muscle from issue 54 fixed in place. Note that the muscle connection's quite loose to allow for movement, so that's why Horlicks.
Okay. That's
okay. Fine. Okay, step 12 is turn the model over so that it is lying face upwards. Take the tendon 59-2 and fit it into the end with a ring into the front thigh muscle. Parts from issue 52 connected to the pelvis in issue 59.
So that's this other one that we built.
Yeah, not the one with the nut in it.
Yeah. And that goes in this front one.
Yeah. Now, this is where you might have to slacken or whatever with that that black screw.
Okay. How far do I go in?
Depends if you want it sitting. It needs to be that thing to be moved. It can be moved up and down.
It needs that rubber needs to move freely as well.
Yeah, so you might need to slacken it. Oh,
it's gone through.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's not. Yeah, that's all right.
Wow.
So you might want to slacken that screw off of it.
It's tight.
I'd slacken it a little bit.
Oh, it's if you twist it, it just unscrews anyway. Stop going through. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay. Step 13, this shows the tendon fitted into the right muscle.
Okay.
Step 14 is turn the model over so that it is facing downwards. Take the tendon 62 assembled in step 7 and fit it into the end of the muscle assembly from issue 54 fitted in step 10.
That's this one.
Yeah.
You might want to turn the model over because it'd be the next step. Need the model being the other way.
This is why I said to you, Horlicks, get used to turning that Terminator up and down.
Up, down, left, right, things flapping about.
Yeah.
You're lucky you're not building the bus at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. So this one, and then this goes in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And step 15, this shows the two muscles fitted in with the tendons. Step 16, with the model still facing downwards, position the two tendons and part 2 and 62 on either side of the inner part of the thigh. The hexagonal nut on part 60-2 should face outwards, circled inset. Fix in place with a PM 3x16mm screw. Again, the parts do not tighten fully against each other. So you've got one at one side, one at the other side, Horlicks.
Right, what I'm not liking is the length on these, because if you look at the picture, this comes down to about here. But if I do that, it pops through.
Right.
I mean, this bit moves in and out okay.
It's probably keep it probably it's the other bit probably make a move basically. It's probably the way they've managed to do the product basically.
Yeah, because I can put that right through, but then it's loose. It's not, the rubber's not in there. See, because that's how the magazine is showing it. Like something like that.
Mm.
It's probably design fault, probably which.
But
oh, Bex Atlet says, "Bye all. See you on the next live stream."
Okay.
Thanks for coming. Right. Okay. So I'm just going to leave it as it is, and then, I mean, it's once that's screwed in, you're not going to get any detail. There's something not quite right here, I don't think. What does yours look like? Like this? Or have you got yours stepped here? Because that's as far as it will go in without popping out the other end. But if I do that, you lose the detail.
It's probably where the design that they probably couldn't. They could just had not a rubber washer. You could actually end up putting it on. It's probably all they managed to assemble it.
Hmm.
Before you assembled the other part of the muscle, you could have like put something else, a different screw there, instead of the rubber washer.
I reckon that shaft that Horlicks is on about is to stop it wobbling. If you know what I mean.
Okay, well, I can do it like that, and I'll get a bit of the view.
Yeah.
But that's the best I can get without it going all the way through.
Right.
Okay, so that goes to that side, yeah.
Okay. And then the other one goes at the other side, and then you screw it in with the PM 3x16mm screw.
Okay. And that fits, but the rubber bit doesn't engage at all.
Mine doesn't. I think they use the rubber bits because they had to use rubber bits other part of the Terminator. Or they don't know, we've got this component. Well, why don't we use it there?
Right.
As basically a stop at the end of it.
Okay.
Stop it fully coming out.
So that goes through there and
Yeah.
then into the other side.
Yeah.
It says do not tighten fully against each other.
They do not tighten fully against each other.
Right, the other muscle basically, can you still get that piece out basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because obviously this has all got to move with the leg. Oh, hang on, it's because the leg's in a funny position. That's why.
There you go.
Okay, right.
Okay, and that is stage complete. Tendons have been attached to the knee joint and part of the joint has been assembled.
It's strange, isn't it, how this all works? It's like springy.
Yeah. Coming in next week's issue, we start to assemble the right knee joint.
Okay.
So think about it. You've done the upper part of the leg tonight, Horlicks.
Pardon?
You've done the thigh tonight in tennis shoes.
Lovely. Yeah, it was a bit confusing. I was a bit confused at the end there, trying to work out how that works. But I think it makes sense now because it was the way I had it. And obviously, when you move this, it's going to adjust this all in different
Yeah, and
angles.
don't forget, it goes up and down and left and right sort of thing.
Oh.
If you think about it, you could almost, probably when you've got the other leg, you could have him sitting in his cross his legs sort of thing.
Yeah.
I won't know until I start saying my left leg.
Brilliant. So,
I know what some people have done is they've gone and bought like a child's chair and had him sitting in a child's chair. Like one of them plastic chairs.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the same with like after I built the right leg, or like you could actually move on to stand. Right,
Yeah.
then have the main pole and stand up sort of thing. Right, okay. Now it'll be a different matter. So then it broke the build up a bit more.
Yeah.
What's going before happening? You're going to finish the Terminator. Now, okay. Now here's the basis to making a stand for the Terminator.
Yeah.
In the meantime, it'll be ticking around. You wish you could stand him up, sort of thing.
Right, so I'm going to see if I can sit him back on the coffee machine. There he is, sitting down.
Oh, give him Horlicks full screen.
Right, let's see.
It will sit, Alex, because mine's like that. Mine's like that at the moment.
There you go then.
So I don't have the lower leg on mine.
I don't know on mine either.
So.
Brilliant. So that is another 10 issues done. Wow.
Yeah. Well, how long we been going?
Hour and 47.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another epic build.
Not as long as the Routemaster one that time last week.
No.
But enough. That's good progress. 10 issues is good progress. So I'm going to put these parts we need to keep safe. I'm going to put them on the screws.
Right. Well, that's part for the knee joint.
Right. So they are there in the cupboard.
Fleetwood J says, soon scare the crap out of you, forget he was there.
Yeah.
And P40F20, you got a lot done. Great work, Horlicks. I agree with that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
10 issues done. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So, on that note, I think we'll end the stream then.
YouTube schedule.
Yeah, YouTube schedule. I don't know what. Has anyone else got anything to add?
Don't think so.
No, not at the moment.
So, do you think? Well, depending on how many issues we get done next week, is it next? Oh, when will I need to think about those mods again? Is it? Do you know roughly what issues? Is it the next sort of 10?
Could be.
Could be.
Just so I know, because I need to obviously grab them out.
Yes.
Well, if we do another 10 next week, and then we can get them upgrades done, can't we?
Yeah. So
and
that's
then when you're caught up, Horlicks, you'll be doing one issue a night, which will take you 5 minutes.
yeah. So this is what we've done in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Unless you pick one night to live stream, like a Friday, and do Bus one Friday, and then Terminator do 2 issues the next Friday.
Yeah, I could do.
Then you get Saturday nights off.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll
It's up to you. It's up to you. It's your like your builds.
Cool. Okay then. So I'll let let's go through the schedule, which I'm so unprepared and haven't got it up. Have you?
Okay, so tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Horlicks is live again with Routemaster issue 104. So tune in for that. On Sunday is Build with Adrian.
Me.
And Adrian will be doing the
Spitfire.
Then on Monday, it's Chris Camplin with his Terminator. And then Tuesday again is
Me. I'll be doing my Terminator issues.
Okay, that leads us to Wednesday, which is Penny Day. 2 o'clock, Penny and Yorkshire Crafter will be doing their diamond painting show. So if you're around, please tune into that. Or if not, watch it back later. So that's 2 p.m. on Wednesday. And then later on, Penny's live again, 8 o'clock with the Partwork show. And she's doing Routemaster issue 99 and 100, I believe. So
Yes,
you're going to be in for the long haul there, Horlicks.
or 99. See how it goes. I expect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Obviously, it depends how it goes for her and if there's any problems or anything. You just don't know.
No. Then Thursday is my channel. I will be live doing my Routemaster issue 109 on that one. That is on my channel at 8 o'clock. And that takes us back to Fridays where Horlicks will be doing more Terminator.
Lovely.
Don't ask me how I can do that off the top of my head. I don't know.
Well, you do it, don't you, for people, and then it just gets stuck in.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, everyone gets in a routine, don't they? And
I'm really good at remembering information. It's like Penny said when she was about to start doing a bush, she didn't even know what issue she was doing next.
No, I do forget, but no, brilliant. Okay, so yeah, thank you everyone for joining and watching this evening, and yeah, I'll hand you over to everyone to say their goodbye. So we've got Mark.
So thanks everybody for tuning in. Please like this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to Horlicks. His channel is absolutely fantastic. Lots of useful stuff on there. So yeah, goodbye from me, and I'll see you all on the next one.
Lovely, thanks, Mark. And we've got Bill with Adrian.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, guys, don't forget to give us a thumbs up on his channel. And thank you all for watching and commenting if you have done.
Lovely, thank you very much. And obviously, if you look in the description, I'll have links to everyone's channels as well. So you can check out everyone else's projects and stuff. And yeah, thank you again for watching. And it is a goodbye from all of us this evening. There we go.
Goodbye.